everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today is November 13th and this is Flosstube episode 6. So thank you to everybody who has watched my previous videos, and to anyone who is new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy it and I hope you stick around to see more videos in the future. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Christina. I'm from Ontario, Canada, and I like to dabble in all sorts of crafts, but this channel, this video is primarily about cross stitch, although occasionally I will show some knitting, sewing, or crocheting, whatever I've been working on in the time since my last video. So it's been 2 weeks since my last video. I try to film every 2 weeks. I've been filming on Sundays because I work during the week, so it's just not possible to film during the week, and Sundays are just the best day for me to film. So it's been exactly 2 weeks since I filmed last, and I have 4 cross-stitch projects to show you today. 2 of them are whips that you've seen before in previous videos, and 2 of them are new starts that I started in the past 2 weeks. You may have seen them before in like a haul video or a stash video. I'm not sure if I've shown them both. But yeah, I think I've shown one for sure, but I don't know if I've shown both of them to you before or not. But they're new starts in the past 2 weeks, so I'm going to show you those today. And then I'm also going to show you some yarn that I picked up and the project that I have in mind for it. It's a knitting pattern, and so I'll show you both the yarn and the pattern that I have in mind for that. I haven't started it yet, but I picked up the yarn yesterday when I was out running around. We will do the cross stitch projects first. That way, if you are not interested in the knitting and you're only here for the cross stitch, that's totally fine, and you can leave when the cross stitch is over. But if you are interested in knitting, then you can stick around. I know that there's a lot of cross stitchers who also do other crafts like knitting and crocheting, so some of you might be interested in that too. So I guess we'll get started now. So the first project that I have to show you, I've been keeping in this project bag that I showed you before that I made, and it is Sweater Weather by Plum Samplers. So there's the pattern, if I can get close enough without the glare being there. Oh, the glare is bad. Yeah, I don't know how to show that without the glare. Ooh. Oh, maybe back here, I guess. I don't know. Oh, there we go. It's not great, but anyways, that's the pattern. Plum Samplers. Maybe I should take it out of the bag next time. Might make the glare better. Anyways, so I'm gonna put a picture here of where I was last time, because I did start this already, so I had some progress last video. I'll put a picture in of where I was at so you guys can compare, and then this is where I'm at now. So that is Sweater Weather from Plum Samplers, and I think it looks so good so far. You can see I have all the words done. I started the border, I have about half of the border done, and then down at the bottom there I've started the dog. That's the back end of the dog. One of the dogs, there's another one on the other side, and then just some of the little motifs and shapes that are in the pattern. And I'm really loving this so far. The colors are great, and the yeah, it's just really fall-like, and I'm really enjoying that. So that is Sweater Weather. And then just to let you know what it is, this is on, oh, I can't get it, it doesn't like to focus. It's on the 32 count linen from I think it's Witch Elt, and it's French Cafe Mocha as the color. I'm using the DMC conversions from the pattern. The pattern is Classic Colorworks, and Classic Colorworks I think just Classic Colorworks, but I'm using the DMC conversions. They have a conversion in the pattern, so I'm using the DMC conversions for this because there's like a lot of colors. I'm doing 2 strands over 2, and I started this on October 29th. Yeah, October 29th. So I thought like something interesting to do would be to kind of tell you how many stitches on each project I've done in the last 2 weeks, and then how many stitches total are in like that I've done on the project so far. So in the past 2 weeks, I've done 1,098 stitches on this project, and that brings me up to a total of 1,539 stitches total in this project so far. So that is Sweater Weather by Plum Street Samplers. Okay, so the next project that I've been working on, I showed you it in the past, but it's probably been a couple of videos ago that I showed it to you. It's the Quaker Floral Puzzle by Ink Circles, and I'm going to show you a picture of what the finished pattern will look like, and then I'm going to put in a picture of where I was last time that I showed you, and then this is where I am now. So I've just sort of done something a bit in this. Let me fold it 1 sec. So I've added a bit down in this area. So I did this big flower here, and then I did the like this part down here. So it hasn't been like too much. I've done all this, but like this part I had to completely pick out and redo because I was off by like one stitch over too far, so I had to fix it. And then this part I was also off by like 1 stitch, so I had to fix that. So it doesn't look like a ton of progress, but I had to redo stuff twice. So that is Quaker Floral Puzzle. And so for the stats on it, or the details, I guess, this is a, let's see, this is a 32 count Belfast linen in charcoal, and then I'm using all of the DMC colors. These are the colors that are called for in the, can I get it to focus? There. So those are the colors that are called for in the pattern. It's all DMCs. And then I'm doing 2 strands over 2. And I started this on May 14th. So I think my goal is that I want to finish this by the 1 year mark of the project. So that would be by May 14th of 2023, which I think is very doable because I'm over halfway done on it. So I'm going to try and like be focusing a bit on it every month so that I can get it completed by that 1 year or before that 1 year mark. I think that's my goal for it. So I only really worked on this 2 days in the past 2 weeks, which I think it was yesterday and Friday, so Friday and Saturday. And I did 878 stitches on it, and the total in this whole piece that I've stitched, not the whole piece, sorry, but what I've stitched up till now, this much is 10,077 stitches. So that seems like a lot, but I love how this looks so far. The colors are amazing, and yeah, I'm just really excited to have it finished so that I can hang it up, because it's honestly like, it's one of my favorite projects right now. Yeah, so that's it for Quaker Floral Puzzle by Ink Circles. Okay. Next up is a new start, and this is something that I've showed you in a previous haul video. It's a pattern series by Little House Needleworks. It's by hold on, let me double check that. Yes, Little House Needleworks. So it's a pattern series called Fall on the Farm. And So this is the one that I'm working on right now, is the farm stand. But there's a series of 9 patterns that all go together in like a square. They make up like a big square. So I'm going to do all 9 of them. And I started with that first one, farm stand, because that's in the top left corner. So Fall on the Farm by Little House Needleworks, and this is where I'm at so far. Can I get that in view? Is it in focus? There we go. Okay. So Fall on the Farm by Little House Needleworks. I haven't gotten much done. I did the whole border. And then I started doing the farm stand sign. So this is all I've done on it. I only worked on it a couple of days, like maybe 2 days this week. But not much. And then this is a 36 count Edinburgh linen, and the colorway is Vintage Country Mocha. And then I'm using the DMC floss conversions that are in the pattern. So this is done with let me see, Classic Colorworks as well, but it has DMC conversions listed, so I'm doing all of the DMC conversions in this pattern. I'm doing it 2 strands over 2, and I started this on November 8th. Yeah, so I only did, I think I worked on it like maybe the 8th, 9th, and 10th, something like that. Not very long. And then I went over to the Quaker Floral. So I only put 477 stitches in this week, and that's the total that I have done because this was a new start. So that's all I've done so far. This is actually my first time working with the Vintage Country Mocha. And I really enjoy it. I'm really liking the color. First, like when I first saw this, I thought it was like too orangey for me, but now that I'm working on it, it is really nice and I do enjoy it. So I have a couple other projects I think that I have planned to do on Vintage Country Mocha as well. So I'm glad that I am enjoying it, because otherwise I would have to go find new fabric. So that is, actually I forgot, but I'm going to put in a picture right here of what the finished piece will look like when it's done, so that you can see the whole series together. I don't actually have all the patterns yet. They had 4 of them when I bought this at my local needlework shop, and so I'm waiting for them to get the other ones in, the other 5. They ordered them for me, so I just have to wait for them to get them in. Okay. There's actually a lot of colors in this. I'm going to show you. They're a tangly mess, but anyways, this is my colors, and they're really nice colors. I really enjoy them. There's a lot of them, which is why I went with the DMC instead of the Classic Colorworks. Okay, so let me put that away, and then I'll just show you. I'm keeping that in my project bag that I made. This one. Okay, next up, my last new start and last crochet project, cross stitch project that I'm going to show you for this week is, I don't even think I showed you this in haul before or stash before. I think this is going to be completely new. So I'm going to put up a picture. It's called Christmas Quaker 2 Songs of the Season by Bygone Stitches. So I'll insert a picture here of what the finished piece is going to look like, so you can see. And then I am going to show you, this is my progress so far. This is where I am. Can you see that okay? Yep. So it's basically a lot of Quaker motifs with Christmas songs in it. And so my plan is all of the motifs are going to be in this red color. You can see the red all here. So that's going to be all these motifs. And then I'm going to do all the songs titles in the green. So there's one there, Came Upon a Midnight Clear, and then Oh Come All You Faithful is gonna go across the top. I haven't finished it yet. But yeah, this is the Christmas Quaker 2 Songs of the Season. And this is a 32 count Belfast linen. I don't know what the color is. I wonder if I have it. Oh, maybe light taupe. It wasn't labeled at my local needlework shop. So they guessed. They think it might be the light taupe. I don't know exactly what the color is. It's kind of got like a greenish tint to it. But yeah, so here's the threads so yeah, as I said, 32 count Belfast linen. I'm using 2 DMC colors. So this is the 2 colors that I'm using. Can I get it? Yep. So that is DMC 3777 and DMC 936. Those 2, a red and a green. So as I said, the red is going to be for all the motifs, and the green is going to be for all of the song titles that are going to be in it. This was like so much fun to work on. I don't even think I spent that long on this, but I was able to get, so I'm doing 2 strands over 2, and I started it on November 1st. And in the past 2 weeks, I've gotten 1,496 stitches done on it, and that's the complete amount that I have so far because this was a new start. So this total piece, the total amount that I have stitched so far is 1,496 stitches. And I'm just so excited to finally be bringing out some of my Christmas projects because I absolutely love Christmas season. It's my favorite time of the year, and I love stitching Christmas projects, Christmas themed cross stitch projects. So I'm really happy to have a new Christmas start and to be pulling out my Christmas projects. So in total, over the past 2 weeks, I have done 3,949 stitches. I would say this is not really, for me, for how much I stitch, this is kind of a lower week. This past week I was like I was sick a couple of days, so like I had a headache, so I wasn't really stitching a lot. I was kind of like going to bed early and stuff after work, so I wasn't getting a lot of stitching time in, and work has been a little bit busy this week, so my stitching time was a bit down than normal. So I would expect to do a lot more. Like I would expect my normal amount to be over 5,000 stitches a week, probably even more than that. So this is a bit of a slower, sorry, not 5,000 a week. That seems like a lot. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so this was a kind of slower 2 weeks for me, with how many stitches I was able to get done, but I am really happy with the progress that I made. All the projects I've worked on have been really enjoyable, and I've been happy to stitch on them when I have time. So that is it for cross stitch pieces. So I'm gonna ask a question now in case you're leaving, in case you don't want to see the knitting. My question for all of you is, have you started Christmas stitching, and what Christmas patterns or holiday or winter, in case you don't celebrate Christmas, but what kind of winter or holiday or Christmas patterns are you stitching on right now? Let me know in the comments below, because I love Christmas and I would love for you guys to enable me to buy more Christmas patterns. So in the comments below, let me know what Christmas patterns, holiday patterns, winter patterns you are stitching on right now, or what you plan to start soon. Okay, so now we're going to move into some yarn. This is not going to be very long because I don't have it started or anything, so I'm going to show you is the yarn that I got for it. So the pattern, I'm going to put a picture right here of what pattern I'm planning to do. It's the Mosiac blanket by Purl Soho. So this is a free pattern on their website. If you haven't heard of Purl Soho before, like, fantastic website. They have so many free patterns that you can like for you to knit and crochet. They have, I'm pretty sure they have sewing patterns. Like, they have a lot on their website, free patterns too that you can do. So this one that I want to do is called the Mosiac blanket, and it calls for 2 colors of yarn. And I really liked on the webpage for this, they have like a gray and white version. It's like maybe it's not white exactly, it's like an off-white, maybe like a darker gray and a light gray, I don't know. Anyway, so I really like that version, and that's the version that I want to make. So I went to Michael's and I picked up some yarn. So this is their, oh come on, okay, this is their Craft Smart yarn. I actually really like using this yarn for blankets. It's on the like low end in terms of cost. Like, it's really inexpensive. There's a good amount of yardage on it, and I find it to be like pretty soft, which, you know, and it gets softer like with use and with washing it. So for me, this is a really good like budget friendly yarn to grab if you want to make a big project like a blanket, because you can get quite a lot of it for pretty inexpensive, and they often have it on sale. So I grabbed 2 of the dark, so 2 of the dark gray. Oh, come on, let's get some focus. There we go. Okay, so 2 of the dark gray. This is called Charcoal. And then for the lighter one, I got this, which is this light gray. Why can't you focus? Why can't you focus? Oh, upside down. Okay, so there's like, it's an off-white. It's not really a gray. I don't know. It's more like an off-white. They call it mushroom. That's what the color is called, mushroom. So I grabbed 2 of these as well. And like I said, like, very budget friendly yarn. I find this goes a long way, and it feels very comfortable to use. I'm gonna insert a picture here of, I made a tree skirt last year using this yarn, and it honestly turned out really nice. And while I was making the tree skirt, I was like, oh, this would make a really nice blanket. Like, this feels really good. But it was obviously a tree skirt, so I made it for the Christmas tree. And, but yeah, since then I've bought this yarn for other blanket projects because it's just a really nice yarn to use. I have no problems with it at all. And with something like a blanket, like, I want to be able to wash it in case it gets dirty or gets spilled on or anything like that. And like, this is an acrylic yarn, so it's completely, it's machine washable on cold, on a gentle cycle, and you can tumble dry it on low. So it's such a great yarn to use for blankets and stuff. For me personally, you might like to buy other yarn that's more expensive or that's wool. I know a lot of people like using wool. For me, for blankets, this is my go-to right now. They do have, like, you know, they don't have like the biggest color selection, but they do have quite a few colors, and I've never had a problem finding colors that I like to use in this. So let me see, do I have something I can show you that I've been knitting? I do, hold on. So this is actually a blanket that I started knitting with this Craft Smart yarn. So let me see if I can hold that up for you. And so, like I said, like, it's still like really stretchy. It's got a good drape to it. It's soft. I really enjoy this. So this is a blanket that I started a while ago. I haven't worked on it in a while. But anyways, this is just that Craft Smart yarn. It's perfect. In my opinion, it's perfect. So if you want to make a blanket but you're on a budget and you're looking at yarn and you're like, oh, like, yarn for blankets, you have to buy so much of it, it gets expensive, this is a great option. Sometimes you can find it for, I'm in Canada, so sometimes I can find it for $2.99 or $3.99. Sometimes they have like a buy 2 get 1 free sale. Michael's is great with their sales. So yeah, you can always find this for a good price, and it makes big projects a lot more affordable. Anyways, enough about yarn, I guess. Have you, tell me if you've used this before. Have any of you used this yarn before? And do you like it? Let me know. Anyways, that is all that I have for today. And that's it, I guess. So thank you for watching. I had an idea that I wanted to possibly, so if you didn't know, like, cross stitch right now is like my biggest hobby, but before cross stitch I was very like a very avid knitter. I did a lot of knitting, a lot of crocheting. I have a lot of projects still on, like, I have a lot of knitting whips still. So I was just like, I was thinking that maybe it would be interesting to show you all my knitting whips, or to show you the projects that I've finished, the knitting projects that I've finished in the past, as sort of like a YouTube extra video, not a Flosstube, but just an extra video if anybody wants to see. If that's something that you're interested in, let me know below, and I will work on getting that video done. Anyways, thanks so much for stopping by. I really appreciate hanging out with you, and I would love to talk to you in the comments below. So any questions you have, just, you know, let me know below, and I would love to chat with you. Okay, thanks guys. See you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.